John Dundas. I am the chair of the Truro Town Committee, and the winner of the bumper sticker, that's David Kelly and his lovely wife Denise. We are the three people that comprise the Truro Republican Town Committee. I want to thank them. Thank Cynthia and thank Rick Barrows for showing up. Rick Barrows, I think, had pneumonia, and he showed up when we did the paperwork. It was a wonderful night. It was November 24th, and just so proud of them, and thank you. By the way, Denise is an accomplished artist. DeniseKellyFineArt.com. DeniseKellyFineArt.com, okay. Mary Z. Connaughton. I am one of those who heard her on the radio, WRKO, with Howie. She would hear call-ins on what was going on, the shenanigans going on at the Turnpike Board. And I always said, who is that lady? At David Dunford's kickoff in February this year, I started talking to this lady, and I recognized the voice. I go, you're that lady. And she said, I am. And I said, what can I do, and how do I contribute? And at that moment, I didn't realize it, but I joined her campaign. And it's very easy to join the campaign. If you've ever been in Mary, around Mary, or watched Mary, you realize you're dealing with someone who is viscerally committed to ethic and the value in her job. And her oath, not unlike that as a lawyer for a CPA, keeps her focused on doing the right thing, particularly when no one's looking. All the things and the values that I appreciate. It's very easy to support someone like her. She has been all over the state and the Commonwealth, but her favorite place is easily the 10th Congressional District. She would have me say, or she would say today, just how proud she is of every candidate who's running, particularly the men and women who are running for state office to help affect the state legislature, because she has made that her focus on trying to create solutions, trying to create the solution to opening up and taking a look at the books. The outlays, all of the expenses, and everything that we are all concerned about. You want Mary Connaughton focusing on that for all of us. She is someone who chased down a 25-cent overcharge on transponders when the Turnpike Board said, don't worry about it, Mary. It turned out to be $196,000. A lot of people got charged. I'm a Scot. We're cheap. I like that kind of attitude, 25 cents. I mean, I'm a cheap bleep, I'll tell you, everybody knows me, but I appreciate that because it's not the government's money, and Mary thinks that way. Her attitude also about the 10th Congressional District has to do with the race itself, the congressional race, and everything else. Her appreciation for the Cape is extended to her family, her husband, her parents. She's been someone who vacations here, so she appreciates what we all love and enjoy. A story about Mary, if you allow me to go a little different tack here. It involves my mother, believe it or not. My grandmother's name was Mamie, and my mother adored her mother-in-law, Mamie, who worked in a shoe factory in Lynn, Massachusetts. I'll let you guess what part of the world she ventured from when she arrived on these shores. She so loved Mamie that she thought the name was Mary. She was going to name one of her children, which she did, my baby sister Mary. Unfortunately, over the years, my mother lost her sight, and she started listening to books. One of the books she listened to, her talking books, was The Origin of What the Meaning of Names Were. I'm somewhere in Israel, and I get a phone call through the tactical operation when I was in the military, and normally only your wife or spouse can call you, and I get the call, your mother's on the line. You know, when you're in uniform, that doesn't sound too good, like, you know, but nonetheless, I went in, and of course the TAC officer in charge said, your mommy's on the line, do you want to talk to her? And I said, okay. And I said, and so I answered the phone, and my mother said, she goes, John, I was right. And if any of you, you know that's a setup, so you have to be careful how you answer that question. Of course you are, Ma. What were you right about this time? She said about the name Mary. And I said, oh, what do you mean? She said, well, it means a sea of strength. If you've ever been around Mary Connaughton, if you've ever seen how she operates and her focus and her concentration, that's what she is. Not only being a professional, you know her resume. You know who you're dealing with. I can tell you, from being in the campaign and working with her, she is exactly what this state needs. Make sure you vote for Mary Connaughton on September 14th. Thanks.